Hello everyone and welcome back to the Belgian Beer Brothers channel. Cedric here from Antwerp, and today we are gonna talk about a small brewery in Rotselaar in Flanders called Broeder Jacob. Sometime in the late 2000s, two beer-loving friends called Bruno Verbiest and Johan Klaas were dreaming of their own beer, and as many of these stories go, they got cooking and finished a first drinkable batch on October 16th in 2010, so only 13 years ago, or not even. They kindly took that batch to a nursing home called Huize de Pauw in Onze Lieve Vrouw Waver near Mechelen, and the inhabitants were quite happy with this beer. They approved of it, and the two men kept brewing ever since. Now, the name Broeder Jacob is somewhat odd because it's a reference to an age-old children's song called Broeder Jacob in Flanders or Vader Jacob in the Netherlands, and the French and English-speaking people will know it as well as Frère Jacques or Brother John. Unfortunately, I couldn't find out why it is called Broeder Jacob, but I'm sure there must be a link. Now, at the start, the two friends never managed to build or take over a functional brewery, so they collaborated with Brasserie Du Boc in Purnode in Wallonia to brew their beers. And even though Brewing Location has a price, a huge advantage is that Brasserie Du Boc has an enormous capacity, close to 100,000 hectoliters per year. I often pass by this brewery and it is quite large for a small brewery. Nonetheless, Broeder Jacob has proven pretty successful, and they've even worked with Celis breweries, remember Hoegaarden, Grotte Santé, and Pierre Celis in general, to export their beer to the United States. I'm not entirely sure, but I do believe they brew some of their specialties in-house these days. Although they will be brewing the large quantities at Purnode still. Originally, Broeder Jacob started out as many small breweries in Belgium do, with a malty brown ale and a crisp triple. Of course, they had to scratch their itch and soon started experimenting with different styles and flavors and found their forte in infusions of all kinds, for which they've even developed their own procedures. For example, the Lazarus range consists of a strong blonde ale infused in a particular way, which we're going to talk about later on, with different liquors or spirits, and I do believe they have 5 variants currently. The double port is, you guessed it, port infused, and the double espresso was the first Belgian beer brewed with real coffee. So who knows, they may have even inspired Chang for their espresso lager, even though the double espresso is a stout, but nonetheless. That's pretty much all I have to tell you about Broeder Jacob. I am hoping to see more of these guys. Go visit their website. It's still under construction for a large part, but go visit the website, and if you get your hands on their beers, try them out as usual. Also, as usual, if you have any remarks, questions, or additions in this case, let them know down in the comment and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And for the rest, I will see you guys in the next video where we're gonna taste one of the Broeder Jacob beers. Cheerio!